going on, friends? My name is M. and welcome back to another episode of the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time for the Nintendo 3DS. We're off top last time. We got over here to the Ice Cavern, and then now in this part we are going to be taking on the Ice Cavern. Anybody who knows anything about the natural route of the game will know that I am actually not supposed to be here, but I am here anyway because I can do it. So there's no rules as to saying that I have to follow the order of stuff. So anyway, so the Ice Cavern. What can we say about the Ice Cavern? Right off the bat, there's already a jerkish move, and that is that that crystal switch is actually camouflaged with those red crystals. So you can get stuck here right off the bat. So this dungeon's not really a main dungeon, but you still have to go in here for one purpose. And so this is still considered one of the dungeons in the game, and this place, yeah, they have changed this place just like every other dungeon in the game. You may not think that this is a dungeon that they might not change, but believe it or not, they did. All right, let's see. So we have fairies here in both these pots. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab one of these fairies because I really don't need two fairies, although I may or may not regret saying that later on, but we'll see. Alright, so let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and then swap out for one of my empty bottles. You want to make sure you have a lot of bottles. Not a lot, but a couple. I'm only gonna be using a couple. So we're gonna go over here, and now we have more Wolfos. There's a lot more Wolfos than the original Ice Cavern. So it's a pretty nice, well, it's an interesting choice of design here this time around. Alright, so the main gimmick of this dungeon is that we have to carry around blue fire and use blue fire in order to melt down these red things called red ice. So, you know, blue fire, red ice. I guess you could say we have cold fire melting hot ice. If that makes any sense. We're gonna go ahead and head over here now. So, if you want to make your life a little bit easier, then you can empty out all 4 bottles that we got, and then have all 4 bottles carry blue fire throughout the dungeon. However, I don't need to do that, so I'm not going to do that at all. All right. If you see a slight difference in the texture of this ice platform, if you place a bomb right over here, this can get you really stumped. Hit that, blow it up, the explosion that will hit the crystal switch, and then that block of ice will be gone, so that way you can grab this heart piece. This is so mean. I can't believe they did this. Alright, this guy's a jerk. There we go. Oh, and I killed the guy in the bottom too. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so we go ahead and defeat that guy. You can use Din's Fire and actually beat him one hit, but the animation's so slow that I didn't do it. Alright, there's also more blue fire over here, so that way you can get that way you can use more throughout the dungeon. Do I hear something? Do I hear something? I do hear something. If you go ahead and head up here, past the blue fire, we have this guy. So you're gonna wonder how are we going to get him? Well, something that the game never indicates is that there's a Song of Time block over in here. But then, How do we get to him now? What happens if we play it again while on top of this Song of Time block? I can't believe we have to do this. This game is so mean when it comes to stuff like this. Alright, so we can go ahead and use a blue fire here. And then bye-bye. Alright. So then I'm going to go ahead and refill on this again. So that way I can use more throughout the dungeon, and I can save myself some extraneous backtracking. Oops. The music's actually pretty cool. I don't really care much about the music most of the time in this game, with of course a few exceptions. But I don't know, a lot of the dungeon themes in this game are just kind of meh to me. But the pretty sound effects that the song plays is pretty nice to the ears. It's a pretty nice. It pretty much matches the atmosphere of this place. Here's what I like about it. Oh, come on! Yeah, this place has boulders this time around. You wouldn't think a place like this would have boulders, but it does. Oh, hello. Oh! Oh, you got me. There's also another one, I believe. Yep. Yeah, goodbye. Those guys go down in one hit with just a jump slash. Alright, right there is a gold Skulltula. How do we get it? If you turn back, which is probably something that that not a lot of people will do, there's a crystal switch right there. And then it gets rid of the ice over here so we can get this gold Skulltula. I can't believe it. Alright, so this used to be an ice block pushing puzzle. But you're gonna notice that there's no ice block this time around. And then there's also another gold Skulltula over there. What do we do? Let's go ahead and play the Scarecrow song. This is something that again, this one right here took me quite a while to figure out right here. That you have to play Scarecrow song in order to get over here. I can't believe it. This game is so mean. Alright, and then over here we have more blue fire. So we're gonna go ahead and once again, mean design for like the third time in this video. Wait, what? That didn't work? Did I not play in the right spot? That is okay, you know what, whatever. But if this was supposed to work, there would be Song of Time blocks right there so that we can get to that blue fire and replenish on more blue fire. But that's okay, because if I recall, this should be the last time that we use blue fire here. So we're gonna go ahead and melt this ice. And then we're gonna head over here. And then now we have ice keys. These guys are rude because they'll freeze you if you get hit by them. Alright, okay, nice. We're gonna go ahead and pick up another fairy here. This is gonna be used for later. And hopefully I won't need it. But I probably will. Oh, a different mini-boss this time. Oh, that's a little crazy. Oh my god. Well, I guess it's a good thing that I pick up that fairy because, as we know in the Forest Temple, these guys kick my butt! Okay, there we go. Well, that was... Once again, with the power of the Big Goron Sword, we defeated that guy, and... Dang! This guy hurts! I lost 6.5 hearts from this guy. Alright, but for our efforts, we're gonna get this very, very special treasure chest. And it's gonna contain the Iron Boots. Now, the Iron Boots has a very nice quality of life in this version of Ocarina of Time. Oh, hi! If you came here to meet the Zoras, you wasted your time. This is all there is. Uh-huh. With one exception, the Zoras are now sealed under this thick ice sheet. I managed to rescue the Zora princess from under the ice, but she left to head for the Water Temple. This ice is created by an evil curse. The monster of the water temple is the source of the curse. Unless you shut off the source, this ice will never melt. If you have enough courage to confront the danger and save the Zoras, I will teach you the melody that leads to the temple. Time passes, people move. Like a river's flow, it never ends. A childish mind will turn to noble ambition. Young love will become deep affection. The clear water's surface reflects growth. Now listen to the serenade of water to reflect upon yourself. And we learn the Serenade of Water. And there goes Sheik once again. The Iron Boots has a very major quality of life. In original Ocarina of Time, the Iron Boots was on the gear section right here. However, they have changed that to be in a regular item this time. That way, you can save yourself from doing extraneous menu. I guess they picked that up from Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, because in those two games, the Iron Boots were actual items instead of equipable items. I guess when the developers made Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, they realized how terrible it was when to make the Iron Boots a equipable item, because you had to do some extraneous pausing. It was a pain. It was a huge pain in the butt. And guess what? They picked up on it, and they followed it, and they followed that trend here in this game. It's amazing. And with that, it saves us from having to do any extraneous pausing. It's so amazing. I'm happy that they made it this way. Anyway, now that we have the Iron Boots, we can go ahead and dive deep down and grab this piece of heart. There we go. Okay. And with that is the Ice Cavern. It's not a very long dungeon. And it makes sense for it to not be a long dungeon because it's not one of the main dungeons that we have to do. Although the only purpose of coming there is for the Iron Boots, which you do need in order to get to in order to access the next dungeon. Yes, in order to access the next dungeon is correct. So, with that being said, that is going to be it for this episode of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D. And next time, we're going to head over to the next dungeon. So, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.